Westview High School on the map officially in Class 2A.
And the Westview Warriors go to 25-3 on the year. Troy Neely wins his second state championship.
Hostetler.
Oh, tough move by Scott Hostetler. Bounce pass to Rensberger. And he puts it in off the glass. Now he'll pump it up from the left side and hit.
Look at the trap. That's trouble when you find Yoder that wide open.
LaGwanamedia.com. This is Jerry Hostetler, and I'm joined tonight by Lyndon Fry, a former student at Westview and basketball player, graduated in 2016, and you'll be hearing more from Lyndon later on in this ball game. Tonight, we're at Westview High School, where the Westview Lady Warriors will host the Prairie Heights Lady Panthers. The Prairie Heights Lady Panthers come in with an 0-2 record. Westview still seeking their first win of this season as well. So by the end of this evening, one of these girls teams is going to have their first win of the 2020-21 season. Tonight's game is brought to you by our platinum sponsor, Weaver Furniture Sales. Now at 2 locations in Shipshewana, south of US 20 on County Road 75 North, and in the Davis Mercantile on Main Street in downtown Shipshewana. Our silver sponsors are Hyde Auto Body, US 20 West in LaGrange, by Eden Worship Center, by Topeka Do It Best Hardware at the Blinker Light in downtown Topeka. Also, Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. Freedom Finish Works in Topeka, your local source for powder coating. Also, Dale's Dependable Handyman Service. Dale is the right man for the job. And LaGwana, serving our customers with creative solutions. Our bronze sponsors are Topeka Pharmacy, your friendly hometown pharmacy. Also, Lehman Insurance and Financial Group in Topeka. Our passion is protecting yours. By Jerry's Standard Service in Middlebury for your automotive repair and tire service needs. Also, Topeka Clinic on Lehman Drive in Topeka. Dutch Blessing Floral in Shipshewana, featuring floral arrangements and gift baskets for all occasions. Also, Mold Mob, located just west of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana. Or call 260-214-1250. And Precision Financial Group with local advisors Andrew Landgraf, Adam Christer, and Ryan Yoder. And now, we turn things over to Dan Byler, who will bring you up to date on our donation program for Westview High School. Dan?
Okay, so what we're doing, the school had considered the idea of making all the live broadcasts be a pay-per-view. A lot of high schools are doing that to recoup monies that they can't get because of ticket sales at the gate, since very limited attendance is allowed. However, what we have elected to do with the school's blessing is we are making it a voluntary thing, and as long as we can get people to participate, it'll be a win-win. And how that's a win-win is that if we go through the online pay-per-view thing, 40% of that is taken by the vendor. We're not taking any part of it. LaGwana is not taking any part of the funds that are being donated or being paid in either way. But if we do it as a donation, we have set up a PayPal account. If you make a donation, it'll go in there, and all of the money, other than the fee for processing your payment, which is maybe 2.5%, will go directly to Westview High School sports. So we encourage you every game, if you would, just go ahead and click on that. It's on the LaGwana Media website main page. There's a little donate button. It'll pop you in there, and it's very simple. Just follow the steps, and then it'll bring you right back out to the game when you're done. But the idea there is anything you donate, so what, 97% will go to Westview, and if we have to do it the other way where we force people to pay, then they only get 60%. The other thing is, if you have already paid for a season ticket, then I don't know that you really need to feel obligated to donate. But if you were going to just pay as you went, then whatever you would have paid to come in, we'd encourage you to go ahead and make that as a donation this evening. Or if you want to pay for the entire season, you can do that and then just not worry about it the rest of the way. But we had a number of folks step up already, and so it's looking good. We just want to make sure everybody knows about it.
All right, Dan. Thank you very much, and we hope that the fans out there will open their pocketbooks and donate to a good cause here at Westview High School to help these sports programs continue. We'll be back with more from Westview High School right after this word from our platinum sponsor this year, Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana.
Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana invites you to visit their expanded showroom filled with a complete line of solid hardwood, custom-made furniture for your entire home. You'll also find a wide selection of recliners, couches, chairs, and many more home furnishings to suit anyone's taste. Weaver Furniture, located just south of US Highway 20 on County Road 75 North. Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana, family-owned and operated since 1989.
And back at Westview High School, we're about 3 minutes away from the tip-off for tonight's game. The Westview Lady Warriors facing the Prairie Heights Lady Panthers tonight. Both teams winless so far. Prairie Heights at 0-2 and Westview at 0-4. And joining me tonight is Lyndon Fry, as I mentioned in the intro, former student and basketball player at Westview. Welcome aboard, Lyndon. You have one game under your belt when you were in high school. 2016, I believe you and Andrew Brown announced a ball game, and it's always been kind of an interest of yours to be able to do this, so welcome aboard.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, it's always been an interest of mine. I enjoy watching basketball games in general, and so getting the opportunity, this is definitely a blast for me.
Good. Glad to have you here. Well, tonight it's, like I mentioned, both girls' teams are winless coming into tonight's game. Different year this year that you don't have fans backing and cheering the girls out there on the court. It's certainly a different time than it was that you or I, either one, have ever experienced.
Yeah, exactly. And I was thinking about that earlier today. I was like, because when I went to, when I played, it was always, I tried to do hustle plays to get the crowd engaged, and get the momentum on our side. But, right now you don't have any crowd. You see a little bit of crowd over here on Prairie Heights' side, but there's no crowd there to get that momentum, that extra juice going.
Right.
So.
Well, as a former player, I'm sure that you feel that the fans' motivation.
Oh, exactly, for sure. That's a huge part of it, and that's the fun part, getting everyone excited and hearing them, if you make a play, hearing that cheer, it motivates you to do even better the next time or try a little bit harder,
Well, you look at Westview girls this year, of course, they have a brand new head coach. When you were here, Randy Yoder was here, and he was here for many years coaching the girls. Over 300 wins under his belt. So Ryan Yoder's got kind of a tough task, big responsibility here trying to build this program back up again.
Yeah, exactly. And then you try to throw in the circumstances where he only has 6 players tonight going for him. So it's got to be super difficult for him to rotate everyone in and, manage the game. So he's got a tall task ahead of him.
Yeah, that was a problem the other night with Bethany. One of the girls got in foul trouble. They ended up not fouling out of the basketball game, but with only one on your bench, boy, you really have to be careful out there. And to a certain extent, it can hurt you on defense because you don't want to be as aggressive as you normally would be.
Exactly. You have to stay, relax a little bit more, and you can't be as aggressive as you would be at times, playing a certain style of defense. I know Coach Randy Yoder, he would switch his defense up. He'd go 2-3 zone or something like that. So that's maybe something that he has to do tonight.
We saw some zone last Tuesday night, I guess, with Bethany. So we'll see what happens tonight. We'll see what both teams have in store, both battling for the first wins of the year as we await the national anthem and the tip-off for this basketball game. And we'll keep it right here. And this game will be getting underway shortly. Let's see. We're going to have the starting lineups first, so we'll go with those. Alex Thurman, a 5'9" junior. Number 10 will start for Prairie Heights, along with number 14, Maya Pennick, a 5'6" junior. Also, Kaylee Batchelor, a 5'10" junior. And Carly Hartman, a 5'8" junior. And rounding out the lineup for Prairie Heights is Trevin Terry, a 6' even sophomore. And now for our Lady Warriors, number 15 is Andrea Miller. Andrea, 5'1" sophomore. Cameron Miller, a 5'1" sophomore as well. Haley Miller, a 5'9" junior. Also in the starting lineup, Allie Springer, a 5'3" junior. And Hallie Mast, a 5'8" senior. Those are the starting lineups for both teams, and now we're going to break for our national anthem. Before we tip off tonight, I'll remind you that tomorrow we'll have 2 ball games on LaGwanamedia.com. The girls play the Wawasee Warriors tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock. We'll go on the air around 1:45 right here at LaGwana Media. And also tomorrow night, big game with Northridge, our neighbors to the west. Will invade the Westview gym to take on our Westview boys. And that game will be broadcast beginning around 7:30 tomorrow night. It'll be following the JV contest. And Dan, are we going to try to have that on the JV game? Won't have announcers, but we're going to have a live stream of that, so you'll be able to watch the JV game as well with no announcers. But the varsity game will come on with announcers then tomorrow night. And Westview controls the tip. Out front is Haley Miller. Haley bounce passes it left side to Cameron Miller. Cameron has it knocked away. She's being defended there by Maya Pennick. Bounce pass right side, now in the corner to Haley Miller, and it's stolen away by Carly Hartman. Back come the Prairie Heights Panthers. German gets it inside. Shot up off the glass, no good. Knocked away into the hands of Maya Pennick. Bounce pass right side to Now top of the key to German, and her shot's good. It's a two-pointer. So Prairie Heights breaks out on top 2-zip. About a minute, little over a minute gone in this contest. Haley Miller controls on the right side. Bounce passes up on the wing to Andrea Miller. Drives the baseline, had an open shot and lost control of the basketball. She'll give it to Hallie Mast. Hallie drives and gives off to Cameron Miller for three, and she swishes it. Good ball movement there.
Exactly,
Lyndon.
that was really good ball movement to get the open shot. And then you start with a full court pressure here and throwing something different at them.
They look a little sharper so far than they did against Bethany the other night. We'll see what transpires. Shot off the baseline is no good by Hartman. Now we have a whistle, and a foul is going to be called over the back. I believe that's what happened there. Hartman went up over the back of Westview, and so we'll have an offensive foul on her.
And I saw on defense down here, the Warriors are playing a 3-2 zone instead of a 2-3 zone. So that's a little bit different. You have three guards out front.
We saw that in, I believe, the second half of the Bethany game, unless I'm thinking of maybe Bethany did that, but I'm pretty sure we were running a 3-2 as well. Haley Miller, top of the circle, looking for a teammate, finally finds one, and it's going to be Springer. She takes it down to the baseline. Haley Miller bounce passes it right side to Andrea Miller, out to Cameron Miller. Shots in the air, good again by Cameron Miller, has all 5 of the Westview points.
That's a good example again of an aggressive drive to get an open teammate and then passing and having the confidence to knock the shot down there.
Girls are playing with more confidence tonight. Shot in the air, air ball. Prairie Heights chases it, goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Panthers, so it'll be Westview basketball. Prairie Heights will put on a full court press here. Ball comes in to Andrea Miller. She'll bounce pass it to Hallie Mast, and Mast brings it across the time stripe. She directs traffic out front, then tries to drive the lane. She'll force it up too hard off the glass into the hands of Haley Miller. Loses it, and it's a tie-up. It's going to be a held ball. And the ball's going to belong to Prairie Heights on the alternating possession. Once again, the Warriors in a 1-2-1 press. Is that what?
Yep.
Or one?
Yep.
Yeah.
They've done a really good job on when they're on offense, breaking the press, keeping their head up and looking for the open teammate as they're coming down the floor.
Long rebound is grabbed by Cameron Miller. Shots up, no good by Andrea Miller. And back come the Lady Panthers. With the ball is J.C. Malone. She'll get it out front to Alex German. Shots in the air, no good by Batchelor. And the rebound comes down to Westview.
The other thing they've really done good on defense is no second chances. They've really secured the rebound and went with it down the other end.
Westview playing a very solid game up to this point, leading 5-2 over Prairie Heights. Hallie Mast goes right side to Allie Springer, back out front to Haley Miller. Dan and I were commenting the other night, a lot of Millers on the team this year.
Exactly, I was looking at that earlier. I saw that too.
Sometimes I like to use first names only, but not this year. Or last names only, I should say. I have to use first names almost.
Exactly.
With the basketball is German. She gets it across the time stripe on the pass to Malone. Then we have an over and back. Malone wasn't in the backcourt when she received the pass, so it was over and back.
Exactly.
Inbounding will be Allie Springer. She gets it into Andrea Miller. Andrea waits for the offense to set up. Drives it right side. Looking inside, tries to get the bounce pass, the interior bounce pass into Hallie Mast, and it's kicked out of bounds by the Prairie Heights defense. Allie Springer looking to trigger it in. She gets it in to Andrea Miller. They'll swing it around to Hallie Mast. Hallie makes a drive toward the bucket. Gets it out of traffic to Andrea Miller. Her shot's up this time. It won't fall. And the rebound's chased down by Alex German. Right side pass goes to Kaylee Batchelor. Cross courts it. Shots up and good by J.C. Malone. J.C. with her first 2 tonight. 5-4 now. And a steal by Malone. She's going to take it coast to coast. Puts it up. Can't get it to go, but she's fouled. And Malone will go to the free throw line, and a chance for the Prairie Heights Panthers to take the lead. She'll get a pair of free throws coming her way. Shots off the back of the iron, no good. One more coming for the 5'4" senior. Haley Miller comes out, and now we're going to have a timeout. I believe it was called by Prairie Heights. Nope, it was called by Ryan Yoder of Westview. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
You can already tell a big difference from the other night.
We're back at Westview. J.C. Malone at the free throw line has one more free throw coming her way. And Lyndon, you made a good comment when we were off the air there. That go ahead.
Oh, I just said that the Warriors, you know, the Lady Warriors, they look a lot more confident tonight than the other game I watched. And you can just see the way they're handling the ball, you know, bringing it up, and just confident in the shot they're taking and stuff. So it's a good sight to see.
Yeah, they're moving the ball around faster and, yeah, a lot more confident. Shots in the air off the back of the rim, no good by Cameron Miller. And back comes Prairie Heights now, still trailing by 1. Ball tipped off the hand, and it goes off the hand of Jason Malone last, so it'll be Westview basketball.
And as you've noticed, I know early in the game, Prairie Heights had a full court pressure, but they kind of backed off of that, you know, so they're more in that 2-3 zone now in the half court. So we'll see if they can adjust to that compared to the man-to-man they started the game in.
Trying to keep Westview off balance. Switching defenses. Andrea Miller drives it, puts it up off the back of the rim, no good, and the rebound's pulled down by Kennedy Myers. They'll work it right side to Batchelor. Batchelor cross courts to Malone. Malone out front, it'll come to German. Bounce pass down low, turnaround jumper, no good. And the tip up and in is good by Carly Hartman. So Prairie Heights takes the lead 6-5 over the Lady Warriors.
And that was one of the first offensive rebounds that the Lady Panthers have been able to get all night long.
Yeah, another good point. Westview has been good at blocking out other than that time. Andrea Miller takes it left side. Runs into trouble. Gets it out of trouble to Andrea Miller. She'll give it to Springer. Now back to Andrea out front. Drives it, puts it up from 15, short, and the rebound is grabbed by Alex German. Alex takes it all the way to the hole, puts it up, got it. Prairie Heights with a 3-point lead now at 8-5.
Now we'll see if they can keep doing what they've been doing. They've really been attacking the 2-3 zone at the free throw lines. That's where you can get open shots, and I've seen they've gotten a couple of those throughout the night already.
Andrea Miller with it. Bounce pass inside to Springer, and we have a whistle on a reach in by Prairie Heights. Kaylee Batchelor picks up her first foul tonight. Second team foul on Prairie Heights. Going out of the contest, Carly Hartman. Coming back in is Trevin Terry for Prairie Heights. Bounce pass comes into Andrea Miller. She'll bounce pass it to Hallie Mast, then out front it'll come to Erica Miller. She'll swing it to her sister Andrea, and the ball knocked away and stolen. Alex German brings it up for Prairie Heights. She'll bounce pass it to Henderson, and Haley Henderson puts it in off the glass. Prairie Heights has now built a 5-point lead after being down early. Ball knocked away, goes out of bounds, but it was last touched by Trevin Terry. 2.4 seconds to go, so Linden are going to have to get it up in a hurry once they get it in bounds.
Yeah, quick shot here.
Andrea Miller looking. She'll hit Hallie Mast. She'll put it up, and it would have counted.
They got the good shot. They got a shot they wanted there.
Wouldn't go. So we played the first 8 minutes of basketball here at Westview in this girls game here tonight. Prairie Heights leading 10-5 after the first quarter. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this.
Remodeling in the near future? Dale Fry at Dale's Dependable Handyman Service is the right man for the job. Get a new look for your bathroom, kitchen, garage, attic, or anywhere else in your house. Dale is fully trained, licensed, and insured. No subcontractors, just Dale and his son, Owen, will do the job. Call 260-463-3970 or visit dalesdependablehandyman.com.
Our world seems so different right now. There are so many things we thought we could depend on. Our work, our family, our health, even Westview basketball. But when our days seem uncertain, it should remind us to put our trust in a God who is certain, who knows you, who loves you, who sent his son to save you. John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but shall have eternal life." Oh friend, put your trust in Jesus today.
Back at Westview, ready to resume action here as we begin the second quarter. Westview down 5, 10-5. And the Lady Warriors will be inbounding. Ellie Springer gets it into Andrea Miller. Ball knocked away, stolen by Prairie Heights. Coming down is Terry. Knocked away, but when Hallie Mast knocked the ball away, she had her feet out of bounds. So it'll stay in the hands of Prairie Heights.
That was a good effort getting back and making sure you didn't get a wide open layup there.
Yeah, good steal by Prairie Heights, but good hustle by Westview. Shot in the air, no good off the baseline right side by Batchelor, but a good offensive board there by German. Back to German, turnaround jumper inside, won't go for Terry, and then she scores the basket and she's fouled.
That's tough for Westview. They don't have any height there, so it's hard for them to box out, and Prairie Heights has a couple tall players, so that putting it right back up in the hole, that's a play, and that's an advantage for Prairie Heights tonight.
That foul, I believe, is on Hallie Mast. She comes to the bench. Coming back in now is Haley Miller. Shot short on the free throw. So Prairie Heights maintains their 12-5 lead. Into the ball game is Renee Meek, a 5'5" senior for Prairie Heights. Coming to the bench will be Kaylee Batchelor. Inbounding will be Allie Springer. She gets it into Andrea Miller. Andrea brings it up in a hurry, drives into the paint, then dishes it off left side to go to Springer. Her shot partially blocked, and back come the Prairie Heights Lady Panthers. German with the basketball. She'll bounce pass it right side to Malone. Malone cross-courts it to Meek. Quick interior pass is cut off and stolen, and then knocked out of bounds on the defensive play by Renee Meek, but it'll stay in the hands of Westview.
And that's one advantage I think they will have tonight with the shorter girls, quickness, you know, and so digging down there, you can example of stealing the ball there, so that was a good defensive play.
Yep, the girls are anticipating. They're using their quickness. Ball knocked away again. Prairie Heights is too. They anticipated that pass coming into Haley Miller. Stole it away. J.C. Malone gets it out front now. German will put up the shot and hits it from three-point land. Her first three of the night, and the first three of the night for Prairie Heights. And they've stretched it out now to a 10-point lead.
Yeah.
Dan mentioned that that's the 13th straight point that Prairie Heights has scored on the Lady Warriors, and they have a chance to increase that right here.
They've had really good ball movement on offense to get those wide open shots, you know, so they've been moving the ball really well.
Inside pass, the shot's up. Once again, good ball movement. Goes out of bounds, and it's a foul. It's going to be called on Prairie Heights going after that rebound. It's going to go against Henderson, Haley Henderson, her first. Trevin Terry comes to the bench. And let's see who checked in. Maybe it was Maya Pennick back into the ball game.
Yeah.
Cameron Miller tries to get it inside to Haley Miller. Knocked away again, and Prairie Heights comes back. Boy, they have a bunch of steals here.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Dan will be bringing you up to date on stats at halftime.
No, I see Westview's really packing the inside, so they're willing to give up that three-point shot. You know, they don't want anything inside.
Yeah, there was a lot of bodies in that paint trying to cut the inside game off. You're right. Cameron Miller. Lots of
good backdoor cut there to get that open pass there. That they need to do that a couple more times, and they'll get wide open shots on the inside.
Westview will be inbounding off the out of bounds play. Hallie Mast shot from three, and she banks it in from three-point land. First points of the night for Hallie, who leads her team in scoring. Had 10 against Bethany the other night. Comes in with around a 7-point average. Westview gets it back, trailing by 7, 15-8 on the turnover by Prairie Heights. Inside 5 minutes to go now in the first half. With the ball is Allie Springer. She'll pull up short, high post left side. She gives off to Erica Miller. Now to Cameron Miller. Swinging around to Haley Miller. Up top it'll come to Hallie Mast. She drives, puts it up. Basket will not count. She was fouled, but it was on the floor.
That was a good, strong drive right there. That was a good, strong drive.
She was fouled right before they called the foul, of course, so that'll be the first on Pennick. Looking to inbound is Springer, and it's tapped away. She tries to get it out front to Allie Mast. Driving and putting it up is German. German now at 9 points on that steal and breakaway layup. 17-8 now. Prairie Heights by 9. Hallie Mast with it on the right wing. Has it deflected, stolen again. Germans comes down. She'll put it up with a left hand this time, misses, and Haley Miller clears the glass for Westview. Timeout's going to be called by Ryan Yoder, Westview's coach. 4:01 to go in the first half. Our score, Prairie Heights 17, Westview 8. We'll be back right after this.
Mouth-watering home-cooked meals, nightly specials, large buffet, breakfast buffet on Saturday, chicken, shrimp, and beef brisket on Saturday night, and Tuesday's lunch chicken buffet. These are what you'll find at Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka. Top off your meal with a slice of their delicious homemade pie. That's Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. For carry-out orders, call 260-593-2988.
If you're looking to replace or repair your home appliances, Topeka Do It Best Hardware is your local stop for Amana, Maytag, and Whirlpool appliances. Featuring in-home and in-store service and parts on most makes of home appliances. See JJ for all your appliance needs at Topeka Do It Best Hardware, an authorized Whirlpool and Maytag service center for over 40 years, located at the Blinker Light in downtown Topeka. Call them at 260-593-2973.
Well, during the timeout, Dan Byler brought up a very good point that the girls that have scored tonight were probably out with COVID in the first couple games that Prairie Heights played because they're not showing up on the scouting report. So I think Prairie Heights is probably a lot better than an 0-2 team. Shot from way out at three-point land is good by Maya Pinnock. And they're certainly showing it here as they're pulling away from Westview now. 12 points, 20-8.
Yeah.
Cameron Miller with it, being double teamed, and we have a whistle and a reach-in foul is going to be called. And that, again, will go against Pinnock, her second.
In the last play down here on offense for the Warriors, they had a wide open player down there. They just a second too late, and the ball got stolen, and they're going the other way.
So at the free throw line is Cameron Miller. Misses the free throw. Rebounded by Alex German, and back come the Lady Panthers, who have looked very impressive here. About midway through the first quarter, they really started to turn it up a notch. Shot from the left side's off the front of the rim, no good. And the rebound is pulled out of there by Cameron Miller. She gets it into the hands of Andrea Miller. Andrea looked like she was going to drive down the lane, but then gives out to Hallie Miller. They'll swing it around left side back to Andrea. Out front it'll come to Cameron Miller, and now right side to Haley Miller. Hallie Miller's shot is good from three-point range. Her second of the night. Westview heating up a little bit here.
Yeah, and they've had a couple of those open looks. They didn't go down early, but the last two have went down now for them. So hopefully that'll build some confidence for them as the night goes on.
Alex German with it. She'll go right side to Kaylee Batchelor. They'll swing it around left side to Maya Pinnock. Shot off the right side. No good by Kaylee Batchelor. Battle for the rebound. And we have a held ball. Prairie Heights will inbound underneath their own basket. Off to the right, Kaylee Batchelor will inbound for the Lady Panthers. 2:17 to go in the first half, 20-11, Prairie Heights leading. Quick shot off the inbound pass is good by Alex German. She leads her team with 11 points.
She's had a really good game tonight, and she's had a lot of steals. I'm not even sure how many steals, but she's had a lot of them.
Kylie Leland into the ball game, grabs that steal, and the shot's up and no good by German. Put back is no good. Knocked out of bounds by Kaylee Batchelor, so it'll be Westview basketball. Hallie Mast will inbound. She'll bounce pass it into Andrea Miller, and Andrea will walk it up for the Lady Warriors, trailing by 11, 22-11. 1:43 to go in the first half. Andrea gets it to Cameron Miller, and her shot from three-point land is just off the mark. And the rebound comes to Kaylee Batchelor, and she gets it to German.
But the ball movement on the last play there on offense, that's what gets you an open shot against a zone like that. If you can have quick ball movement and keep the zone moving, you're going to get those open shots like that.
That's the key, to keep the ball moving when you're facing a zone. Can't stand with it. Turnover on Prairie Heights. Westview will bring it back up. Andrea Miller with it. Looks right side. Nothing there, so she'll bring it left side on the dribble. Bounce passes it to Hallie Mast. She's left wide open. She's going to pass up the three there. Erica Miller out front to Andrea. She'll drive it. Bounce pass it down low to Erica. Now back out. It'll come to Springer. Her shot, halfway down. It came out. Tipped out. Chased down. Good hustle by Andrea Miller. She'll put it up, and that spins out.
A couple wide open shots there that just didn't bounce the right way.
The rim hasn't been friendly on at least on that possession for Westview. Kylie Leland gets it underneath to Hartman. Hartman gets it to Terry. Her shot won't go. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Leland of Prairie Heights, and it's going to be Westview ball. J.C. Malone back in the ball game.
You got 23 seconds, so you're looking at about one more possibility and one more good shot on offense here.
And Prairie Heights is going to try to make it as hard as possible as they put on a full court press. Allie Springer gets it up. We're down to 15 seconds to go in the quarter. Allie Mast will pop a three. This time it won't go. It rims out. Grabbed by Hartman. Outlet pass comes to Batchelor. She'll cross court it over to Malone. Inside pass. Shots up no good. Then tipped up and in by Hartman. Carly Hartman gets the bucket at the buzzer to give Prairie Heights a 24-11 lead at halftime. We'll be back with stats and scoring right after this 2-minute timeout.
Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana invites you to visit their expanded showroom filled with a complete line of solid hardwood custom-made furniture for your entire home. You'll also find a wide selection of recliners, couches, chairs, and many more home furnishings to suit anyone's taste. Weaver Furniture, located just south of US Highway 20 on County Road 75 North. Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana, family owned and operated since 1989.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Our world seems so different right now. There are so many things we thought we could depend on. Our work, our family, our health, even Westview basketball. But when our days seem uncertain, it should remind us to put our trust in a God who is certain, who knows you, who loves you, who sent his Son to save you. John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but shall have eternal life." Oh friend, put your trust in Jesus today.
Mouth-watering home-cooked meals, nightly specials, large buffet, breakfast buffet on Saturday, chicken, shrimp, and beef brisket on Saturday night, and Tuesday's lunch chicken buffet. These are what you'll find at Tiffany's Restaurant in Topeka. Top off your meal with a slice of their delicious homemade pie. That's Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. For carry-out orders, call 260-593-2988.
Back in Emmatown, halftime here at the girls' game as the cross-country rivalry between Westview and Prairie Heights is taking place here. Westview with the early lead 5-2 early in the game, and then they got outscored 13 straight to go down 15-5 early in the second quarter, and right now we're sitting at 11-22. So an interesting stat is that tonight Westview's points are almost all from three-point range. We have 3 3-pointers that we have made, and I'm showing that we're actually shooting 3 of 5, unless I missed one somewhere. So shooting pretty well from three-point range, not so well from inside the arc. Only 1 bucket out of, see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So, yeah. Hallie Mast has hit a couple threes, so she has 6 points to lead the way. She got both of those in the second quarter, and Cameron Miller had scored our first 5 points with a 3 and a 2. So those two are the only 2 in the scoring column for Westview. On the other side, the Lady Panthers have had a slew of girls in the scoring column, being led by German, who is a junior, 5'9" junior. Alex German has 11 points. She had 4 in the first quarter, added 7 in the second. And then Mia Penick, a 5'6" junior, hit a 3-pointer in the second period. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other girls with a bucket each. Those would be Kaylee Hartman, Trevin Terry, Malone, JC Malone, Haley Henderson, and Kennedy Myers. Or sorry, no, number 40. I don't even have a number 40.
I thought it was.
I must have put the number down wrong. So
42, Hartman.
Okay,
Harley
so
Hartman.
Well, yeah, I have her with 2 points, but I've got somebody else down here, I thought. So Okay, anyway, looks like maybe I'm missing a point. I'll figure that out. But in any case, a lot of Prairie Heights players in the scoring column. And early on, it looked like the turnover battle was going to be sort of lopsided. I had, in the first quarter, I had 4 against Westview, 2 against Prairie Heights. But actually, in the second quarter, I'm only showing Westview 3 turnovers and 6 against Prairie Heights. And I think that's when we started doing some of that pressing, and some of those, they just threw them away. They threw them over the top and out.
Right.
But, and again, I might have missed some of those early on. But overall, I mean, it's better than I've seen them play. They seem to be playing with confidence. They are certainly outsized, and they're just driving right at them.
Right.
And I love that. They're driving in. If we had the size to shoot over the top of them, I mean, we'd be doing just fine.
Exactly.
But we have to have, to try to get any shots off, you've got to have a lot of extra room, because otherwise you're going to get blocked.
I bet Ryan would love to have even just one girl that was 5'11", 6 foot tall. I think that would make a huge difference. But yeah, we're basically playing with 5 guards out there.
And their ball movement tonight, you know, going back to that, you know, when they were pressed, the ball movement has been great, and it's gotten them 3 threes tonight with that ball movement. So that's where you see the confidence, and hopefully it'll carry over to the second half.
Well, and you mentioned earlier that their quickness. I mean, we are quicker than some of their bigger girls, so we've got to take advantage of that.
Yeah, exactly.
What else you got there, Dan? Anything?
Rebounding, we are being out rebounded 16-11. And we only have 1 offensive board, and they've pulled down 6.
Yeah, that's the difference in size.
Yeah, that's going to be tough for ladies.
Some of those easy putbacks, and yeah, they have had a number of points scored right inside. We're right in front of them, but when you're 6'8" inches taller, you can just shoot over the top of your defender.
Exactly. Right. And that's what's, you know, and when they play a 2-3 zone or a 3-2 for the Lady Warriors, you know, and you have 2 6 foot, you know, close to being 6 foot on the inside. It doesn't take much to put that easy layup shot up. And
yeah. I guess the other stat I didn't point out is that I had talked about how Westview was 1 of 11 and 3 of 5 from 2 and 3 respectively. I have Prairie Heights at 8 of 23 from inside the arc, so that would be 8 of 24 would be 33%, so they're just a hair better than that, maybe about 35%. And then they are 2 of 4 from 3-point range, so they're shooting 50% there. Or 10 of 27, but the big thing to take away from that is the 27. They've had 27 shots. We've had 16.
That makes a huge difference, too.
Yeah, and neither team has made a free throw. So Prairie Heights is 0 for 3, and we're 0 for 1.
All right, we're at halftime, 24-11. Westview, big hill to climb to get back into this ball game, but we'll see what Ryan Yoder has planned for his team as we begin the second half here, a couple of minutes away. Dan?
I just wanted to, in case you weren't with us earlier, we are doing a donate button on our homepage of the LaGwanamedia.com. It's right below the boys team photo. It just says donate. And asking you to support Westview Athletics. Anything that is donated here will go directly to the Westview Athletic Department. We're hoping to be able to do this so the school does not have to go to a pay-per-view scheme with the games. Just asking people to donate. If we have to actually, if the school has to go to the point of asking people to pay each time they watch, the system that we'd be using would actually require 40% of it to stay with the service provider, and only 60% would go to the school. LaGwana will not be keeping any of it either way. But if we do this as a donation, we've got it set up as a on a PayPal account, and all the money that goes in there will go directly to the Westview Athletic Program. So if you give $5, which you would have given to come in anyway, they're probably going to get what, $4.91 or something out of that. I mean, there'll be a 2.5%, 3% PayPal fee taken out of that, but all the rest will go to Westview.
All right, thanks, Dan. Prairie Heights has emerged from their locker room as well as Westview. Ryan's still talking to his team around the bench down there, which you can probably see on your monitor. And we'll take another 1-minute timeout, and we'll be back with the start of the second half right after this.
If you're looking to replace or repair your home appliances, Topeka Do-It-Best Hardware is your local stop for Amana, Maytag, and Whirlpool appliances. Featuring in-home and in-store service and parts on most makes of home appliances. See JJ for all your appliance needs at Topeka Do-It-Best Hardware, an authorized Whirlpool and Maytag service center for over 40 years, located at the Blinker Light in downtown Topeka. Call them at 260-593-2973.
Back at Westview High School, the Lady Warriors are back out on the court, and the Prairie Heights Lady Panthers are coming out now, and I'm going to turn things over to Lyndon Fry for play-by-play. Lyndon, take it away.
All right. Looks like both teams have the starters back on the floor to start the second half. And Westview gets the ball to start the second half with Andrea Miller. She's dribbling top of the key. Over to the right side, down low to Mast, and then back out top to Hallie Springer, left side or right side to, they're swinging her around the top again here, and this is good ball movement for the Lady Warriors.
They're trying to penetrate, and they're doing a pretty good job. Ball.
And they even with that, they're, you know, losing the ball, I guess, losing control, they still had a drive there to look at a shot. So they'll be inbounding underneath on the right side of the ball, or the court. And it comes into, and swinging top to Mast, over to Andrea Miller. She swings it back to the right side to down low to Haley Miller. Back up top to the three-point line, and they turnover by the Warriors, and that goes on Andrea Miller.
It's a little tricky with all those Millers in there.
It is, it is. There's a lot of Millers. So Prairie Heights has a ball coming back the other way. Top, back over to Peenick. She swings it to Batchelor. Back out to Peenick. They swing it up top to, oh, that's German. And we have a jump ball. And Prairie Heights gets the ball.
Alternating possession as Westview started out with it, so Prairie Heights gets it back.
And they get it underneath their own basket here. They're inbounding. They bring it into German. German's had a great first half tonight. She swings it to Peenick. Swing it over to the far side to Hartman. Back over to Peenick, or German there. To Peenick. And down low, and one for Terry. And I noticed they're just swinging the ball looking inside to take advantage of the height advantage they have there.
They're really trying to work it into the bigger girls underneath.
Terry's free throw is good. That's the first free throw of the night for either team. So Westview bringing the ball back up. Andrea Miller crosses the timeline. They go to the right to Springer. And then Mass down low. She gets in trouble. And that's one thing with the height, they can't see as well if you get down low.
That's right. And Prairie Heights has been doing an excellent job of double teaming when we get it down there.
Exactly. So. And then if you do it the other way for Westview, you know, their height advantage for Prairie Heights, the double teams are not going to be as effective.
Right.
So Andrea Miller across the timeline, she goes right to Springer. And then they turn it right back over to the Prairie Heights Panthers.
Trevin Terry, the 6-foot sophomore, got in there, knocked the ball away.
Exactly. Well, German brings it across the timeline for the Panthers. She swings it right to Peenick, back to German, inside to Batchelor, back out to Hartman. She drives baseline to Terry, and her 10-footer is good. Back come the Warriors. Andrea Miller across the timeline. She drives down the lane, has her pass deflected over to the shot by Cameron Miller is no good. Back come the Lady Panthers. Peenick bringing it across the timeline. She goes to German, top of the key. She dribbles past it over to Bachelor. She has a shot just inside the three-point line, and it's good.
These Prairie Heights girls look really good here tonight.
Yes, they do.
20-point lead. Wow.
They've been swinging the ball to get those open shots, and when they get them, they're really confident with knocking it down.
31-11 is the score. 5:03 to go on a timeout, and that was a full timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout here. We'll be back right after this.
Remodeling in the near future? Dale Fry at Dale's Dependable Handyman Service is the right man for the job. Get a new look for your bathroom, kitchen, garage, attic, or anywhere else in your house. Dale is fully trained, licensed, and insured. No subcontractors, just Dale and his son, Owen, will do the job. Call 260-463-3970 or visit dalesdependablehandyman.com.
To follow every pass because people can see it, you know, but yeah. That's why I have big score sheets like this, because I can pick those numbers up real quick. But yeah.
Back here at Westview, it looks like Prairie Heights, you know, they've started the quarter on a 6-0 run to jump out from that 24-11 lead at halftime.
Yeah, they've really been hot here in this early going of the third quarter.
Andrea Miller with the ball. She goes to Erica. And she dribbles up top back to Andrea. And she has, she had an open shot there. She passed up. Now she gets it.
A little bit further out, but
Erica got the smallest player on the floor, got the offensive rebound there.
Good for her.
Jump ball. I believe Westview will get retained possession here.
Andrea got tied up between three trees in there, it looked like. They all collapsed on her, the help side defense.
We have an open shot over here in the corner by Andrea, and she knocks it down.
That was a 2 for Andrea.
Her first points of the night.
Yep.
And they're going to play a full court press here. So this is German bringing it across, and she goes to Malone, back to German. She swings it over to Bachelor. Down on the floor, and then it's back to Bachelor in the corner. Top to German. Back to Malone. Her shot is off the mark. Offensive rebound, but then they had a double dribble there, so the Warriors get that on the turnover.
Thought it looked like a double dribble, but then I thought, well, maybe one of the Westview players had touched it, but good call.
All right, Andrea Miller bringing the ball up. She crossed the timeline here. It looks like the Lady Panthers are in a 2-3 zone again. They've been switching defenses all night long. Back to Andrea. Or that's Erica, excuse me. She's in trouble. She gets it over to Springer, Ali. She back to Erica. Top of the key. She drives, nothing there, but she is fouled.
Good way. She stuck with it.
Exactly.
And ended up drawing the foul.
And in a situation like that, it's really easy to panic and make a bad decision, but she made the best of the situation to drive.
That's right. Kennedy Myers checks in for Prairie Heights.
They bring it to the corner to Erica. She goes into, that is Cameron Miller, and she knocks down the 7-footer. Her 4th point. And they got a trap, and they take the ball away. Ali Springer with the 2 inside.
Good defense by the Warriors.
Yep, being quick there. And then they get another turnover. And the foul on the, that's 2 scenarios right there where their full court press has gotten them 2 turnovers, a quick bucket on the other one.
Good hustle. Allie Mass that time with the steal, and then got a foul against Prairie Heights. Another timeout. 3:04 to go in the third quarter. 31-17 Prairie Heights over Westview. Back after this 30-second timeout.
we're back at Westview High School here. Westview gets the ball out of a turnover they had forced on defense. Andrea Miller bringing the ball up. She crosses the timeline, top of the key. She goes to the left. Up top to Springer. Down the left side to Erica there. Down the mash. She drives baseline, puts a shot up, no good.
Good aggressive move, but couldn't get it to drop.
Batchelor, she goes right side to Malone. Three-pointer by German. She missed it, but two Prairie Heights Panthers fighting for the rebound. And then the shot no good, but put back up and good by Terry.
Boy, Prairie Heights is really dominating the boards this half.
Especially on the offensive side.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of
Andrea Miller.
shots.
Right. Open shot by Cameron. No good, yeah. And here they come with a basketball again. It's Batchelor. She goes right side to Malone. Down low to Terry, and she scores again. That's her second in a row, and they've really went down to the post to get points this half.
9 points for Terry in this half.
Andrea Miller, no good on the layup. Back comes German. She loses control, but gets the ball back. And foul up top by Erica Miller.
Had very few fouls called on Westview so far, which I guess, I don't know if they were purposely playing that way, since they know they really can't afford to lose anyway.
Exactly. And I thought that's maybe why they played a little bit more zone, but I see they're playing man-to-man right now. German with the ball at the top of the key for Prairie Heights. He takes it, passes it to Malone. Back to German, and she puts a shot up, and it's good for German. She has had a really good game tonight, too. I have her down for 13 points. This is Andrea Miller bringing the ball up for Warriors. Over to Erica Miller, her 15-footer, no good, but rebounded by Springer, or Haley Miller. Back to Erica, she drives no good, but gets her own rebound.
Good hustle.
Yep, Andrea Miller, her shot's good.
Good little jumper from around 12 feet out.
Exactly. Here come the Panthers. German, she goes over to Malone. Back to German on the up of the key. Just about 40 seconds left, so they might be looking for the last shot of the quarter here.
Looks like they're going to try.
Go down low to Terry again. Her shot is no good. She gets her own rebound. Back out to Malone to German. Her three-pointer, no good. Oh, great awareness to throw it off the Prairie Heights Westview basketball. That was a good play by Erica Miller, being trapped in the corner to throw throw it off of a player, because it's hard when you get in a corner like that to make plays like that sometimes.
Yeah, she was up on 1 foot, off balance, and she's able to complete the play.
Inbound it to Mass, back to Springer. She drives, passes it, and the shot by Cameron's no good. Oh, what a rebound. Offensive rebound by Springer there. That was just hustle there. I want the ball more than you.
5'3" versus 6 foot. He just took it away from her.
And you think with 7.3 seconds left here in the quarter, Yoder's going to have a play set up that he can get a quick shot, within a couple seconds.
We'll see. There it is.
Yeah. It's just no good. But offensive rebound.
Springer.
Erica Miller for the buzzer, no good from a 10-foot. But that was you have two wide open shots there that almost dropped down. So at the end of 3 quarters, we have Prairie Heights 37, Westview 19.
Yeah, and we'll be back right after this timeout.
Our world seems so different right now. There are so many things we thought we could depend on. Our work, our family, our health, even Westview basketball. But when our days seem uncertain, it should remind us to put our trust in a God who is certain, who knows you, who loves you, who sent his son to save you. John 3:16 says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but shall have eternal life." Oh, friend, put your trust in Jesus today.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Welcome back to Westview High School here. The start of the fourth quarter between the Lady Warriors and the Lady Panthers. It'll be the Lady Panthers ball to start the quarter here.
One thing I'd like to mention, I don't know if they mentioned it or not, I had somebody chat and ask. Yes, if you've already paid for a season ticket, essentially knowing you're making a donation to the athletic department, I don't think you need to feel that you have to make a donation then to watch the games too.
Terry Miller with a bucket inside. They've really went to her in the second half down low. They've really found something there. And she has a total of 12 points. I think 10 of them come in the second half here.
Actually 13. She's got one free throw.
Oh yeah, she does, yep. This is Andrea on top of the key for the Warriors. She drives, jump shot, no good, but she taps her own rebound. But the Panthers come out with it. And this is Malone bringing the ball across. She goes over to German. She dribbles, passes down low to Terry. Her shot up and good again. She's been really had some smooth moves down there, smooth, way to get around down there. Andrea.
I'm not sure where she was in the first half. She scored 2 in the first half. But
she's only a sophomore. I think she's starting to figure out that she can score at will, and she's liking it.
Travel on Hallie Mass there.
Into the game for the Panthers comes Hendershaw and the other Hartman back in the game for the Panthers. Batchelor inbounds to German. Back to Batchelor. German. And the Lady Warriors are putting on a full court press here. See if they can interrupt the rhythm of the Lady Panthers.
Right.
German top of the key. Back to Malone. She goes top of the key to Batchelor. Over to German again. Down to Batchelor. Her shot no good. Up comes Andrea. She drives. Kicks it and back out. Kick ball on Malone. They had a couple players down low for the Lady Warriors that were open for a second, but it's just if you miss them 1 second, you can't get the ball to them.
Yeah, you got to be quick.
Inbound it to Mass. She goes up top to Springer. Over to Andrea. Top of the key. She goes down to Mass again. Out to Andrea. She drives down the lane, kicks it out to Springer. Her shot is no good. Rebounded by Batchelor. She brings it across the timeline. Passes it to Malone on the left side there. Back to Batchelor on top of the key. Over to German. She dribbles on top of the key. Inside. Batchelor on the corner there. Inside they go again. Back out to Batchelor.
She walked.
Yeah, she walked there. Got ahead of herself. In for the Warriors, here comes Erica Miller. And we have a timeout by Coach Yoder. I believe it's a full timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
If you're looking to replace or repair your home appliances, Topeka Do-It-Best Hardware is your local stop for Amana, Maytag, and Whirlpool appliances. Featuring in-home and in-store service and parts on most makes of home appliances. See JJ for all your appliance needs at Topeka Do-It-Best Hardware, an authorized Whirlpool and Maytag service center for over 40 years, located at the Blinker Light in downtown Topeka. Call them at 260-593-2973.
Mold Mob in Shipshewana provides an environmentally conscious approach to mold, moisture, and odor removal. Mold Mob gets to the source of the problem in a way that is effective, affordable, and protects the planet. Mold Mob's indoor air quality services don't just cover up odors, mold, smoke, or other toxins. They remediate with treatments that denature bacteria, fungi, and other toxic substances for cleaner air. That's Mold Mob, just west of 5 and 20 in Shipshewana, or call 260-214-1250.
Right, Andrea Miller brings the ball up for the Warriors. She drives into the lane, loses the dribble a little bit. But there is a foul on number 30 for Panthers, which is Meek. I believe this is the first time she's in the game. And Andrea Miller gets a wide open shot, but she can't get it to go down, and then they turn the ball right back over to the Panthers, but then it's turned right back over into German, and she gets a layup to go for her.
Good job by the Lady Panthers that time with their passing.
Yep, they use defense too to, generate some offense there.
Right.
So this is with a ball for the Warriors up top to Andrea over to Erica Miller. She drives, kicks out to Springer. Over to Matt. She drives down the lane. Strong layup is good for Hallie Mast.
Hallie with 8.
She's had some really nice drives tonight that haven't went down earlier in the game, but she gets one to go down there.
Yeah.
This is Malone driving for the Panthers. She kicks it out to German, top of the key, into Meek. Or Henderson, down back to German, and she gets a layup to go and a foul.
German with 17 points here tonight.
She's had a really good game and a chance to add to it on the free throw line here.
Only a junior, 5'9". Good looking ball player.
Yes. And she misses a free throw. The Warriors rebound that one. And bring it up is Andrea Miller. She drives it, loses the ball. And they call a kick ball on Andrea, actually, so the Lady Panthers will get the ball right back. Into the game for the Lady Panthers comes Penick, and she replaces German.
Another thing that that brings to a point here is the fact that they keep rotating new players and fresh legs in, and we've got one on this bench at a time.
It's got to be tough for Coach Yoder to keep everyone fresh, or try to keep everyone fresh. Shot by Hendershot, or Hartman, no good. She gets a rebound and is fouled.
Yeah, they keep getting those offensive rebounds, and we're just not able to get in there and block out. But I tell you, these girls are getting tired by this time of the game when you only have one off the bench like you guys were talking.
And then it's hard to make those little plays that you need to make.
Right.
Hartman misses the free throw. She'll get another one. Into the game for the Warriors comes Haley Miller. She replaces Cameron. Her second free throw is good.
Now 2 of 7 for the night from the free throw line, Prairie Heights is.
This is Andrea Miller with the ball. She drives to the left. She kicks it out to Erica. She goes backdoor to Hallie Springer. And Erica had the ball hit away from her, but they will get the ball back. So it'll be Andrea Miller inbounding. She inbounds to Erica. She drives, gives it up to Springer, or Haley Miller. She gets it back down in the post. She gives it off to Springer.
Held ball.
Jump ball there.
Yep.
And the Warriors will get the ball underneath their basket again. Inbounding will be Andrea. She inbounds it to Springer. She goes back to Andrea. Goes around the key over to Erica. Inside. And they pass to Mass, and she gets a wide open layup. That was really good ball movement by the Lady Warriors to get an open layup.
Excellent.
And they get the turnover and get the ball right back.
That should be our ball.
Should be, yep.
Westview ball.
How they have the stamina to still be pressing like that.
That's right.
That's crazy.
That's great. They're able to.
And it's tough when you get tired like that. The shots are just a little bit off. Erica misses on the three-pointer just a little bit long. Back come the Lady Panthers. Penick with the ball up top. She goes over to Meek. Back to Penick on top of the key. Over to Leland, her first time in the game. She goes down low to Myers. And we have a jump ball called. That's one thing the Lady Warriors have done really good, even though they're undersized, is digging down and getting that the jump ball called, or turning. They've seemed to have a couple turnovers, so they've done really good at that, even though they're smaller.
They're scrappy.
Yeah. They inbound it to Meek. She goes top to Penick. Her three-pointer off the mark, rebounded by Haley Miller, and she is fouled. The foul goes on Kennedy Myers, a 5'3" senior for the Panthers. Andrea Miller bringing the ball up for the Lady Warriors. She crosses the timeline. She goes over to Springer. Back to Cameron, over to Andrea. Over to Mass. She drives, kicks it to Cameron. Her shot from 15, no good. The Lady Panthers will bring the ball back. Penick, top of the key. Over to Leland. Back to Penick on the inside. And we got a foul called.
It's going to be called on Allie Springer.
Panthers get the ball underneath their own hoop here. Try to inbound it, kick ball there.
Good job by Haley Miller getting that foot out.
I'm not sure. Is she on the soccer team? That was a pretty good block.
Sure looks like it.
And they inbound it again. Looking for someone. Throw it into Leland. She goes to Penick. Top of the key, she dribbles. Over to Meek. She goes back to Leland on top of the key. And she loses the ball. That is stolen away by Andrea Miller. She drives down the lane and she is fouled.
Good strong move to the hoop by little Erica Miller, 5'2". This is the first time we've been at the free throw line, Dan?
No, it's the second. Cameron Miller had taken a shot. Actually,
no, that's right.
It's Erica, isn't it? No, it is Cameron. Or Andrea.
Yep. 15.
And her free throw is good.
5 points for her.
You got a chance to add to that. Shot is up, and it is good. They're 2 for 2. Lady Warriors still go with a full court press. They get it up to Leland. She loses a little bit, but she gets it back. Top of the key. Defended by Erica, really well defense on top of the key there. Go over to Myers. She goes up top to Meek. She dribbles top of the key. And she goes over to Myers again. She goes down the baseline. Looked like she got away with a walk there, but she gets the layup to go.
That's what I would say. She took an extra step in there.
Andrea over to Cameron. She goes down low to Haley Miller, and she was fouled on the play there.
Well, I was informed by my son that she is not on the soccer teams.
No. So it's official. She isn't. He would know.
He was a manager for the soccer team
right.
too.
Shot is good.
That's her first points for the night. So we're 3 of 4 from the free throw line now.
And the rest of the game, if they get fouled, they'll be going to the line because they have 7 fouls on the Panthers. So second shot is good as well.
Time winding down here.
Only 35 seconds left, and Prairie Heights turns the ball over on a Pass there, so the Warriors will get one more crack at it. Be Andrea Miller bringing the ball up. She goes over to Cameron. Back to Hallie Mass. Over to Erica. She drives, kicks it to Mast. Back to Erica. Over to Cameron. Yeah, 10 seconds on the clock. Oh, that was a good move. Just didn't get the shot to go down by Haley Millie. It's the final buzzer for this game. Final score is 48 for the Prairie Heights Lady Panthers, 27 for the Lady Warriors.
And we'll take a 2-minute timeout. We'll be back at Westview with stats and scoring for the game and wrap it up right after this 2-minute timeout.
Westview High School on the map officially in Class 2A.
He'll put it up from 15. Got it! And the Warriors win! Finish it then. Okay.
Prairie May Funeral Home in LaGrange serves the surrounding area with dignified and personal funeral services. Prairie May provides pre-planning, traditional funeral services, traditional cremations, and simple cremations, as well as monument sales. Call to discuss your needs with a knowledgeable funeral director, Lowell or Brian May, licensed funeral directors who will help you honor the cherished memory of your departed loved one. Call 260-463-3131 or visit their website at FruitMayFuneralHome.com. And we're back here at Westview wrapping it up, and I think from what my son, who's been doing stats for the girls team, is saying, for the most part, we've been scoring about 20 and letting the other team score 50. So it looks like it's a win on both sides from that perspective. We scored almost 30. So what was it, the final 27?
Yeah, 48-27.
Yeah, so good for them. So 20. So we scored 7 points over the 20 we've been scoring and held them under 50. So that's good. The Lady Panthers tonight were led by. German, is she a sophomore?
For junior.
Junior.
Mm-hmm.
She had 17 points overall. She sort of had them spread out throughout the game. 4 in the first quarter, 7 in the second, another bucket in the third, and then 4 in the fourth. 17 points to lead the way. And then one of their taller girls, Trevian Terry, is a 6-foot sophomore. In the first half, she only scored 2 points, but in the second half, I think she figured out she could sort of score at will. And she ended up with 15 for the night. 5 points for Carly Hartman, 3 points for Mia Penick, and Kaylee Batchelor had a bucket. Others with points, Malone, Henderson, and Meek, I believe.
Westview was led tonight by senior Hallie Mast, had 10 points. She had 2 threes in the second period and then 2 regular buckets here in the fourth period to round out the scoring for her. 7 points for Cameron Miller, who had scored the first 5 points of the game for us and gave us the lead 5-2 there at one point. 6 points for Andrea Miller, sophomore, all her points in the second half. 2 points for Haley Miller. She hit 2 of 2 from the free throw line in the fourth period, and Allie Springer also hit a bucket. 2 points for her to round out the scoring there. And yeah, just overall, I love the way they just attacked the taller team.
Right.
And
much more aggressive than they were against Bethany the other night.
Right. Yeah.
So.
And I mean, just driving right into them and with no fear of having the ball taken away. So they did have some turnovers, and I guess I'm showing that we had 3 turnovers per quarter, except for the first. I have 4 down, and for Prairie Heights, I have 8, 13, 14, 19. So not quite sure if I got them all when I'm still trying to help with doing some of the engineering and doing stats and doing this and that. I'm not so confident in my stats this year so far. It looks like maybe we had more turnovers on them than what we had ourselves. Rebounds, we were out-rebounded fairly well. The first half we'd been out-rebounded 16-11. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. We had 11 again in the second half, and they had 6, 2, 4, 6, 10. Well, about even in the second half. So a slight rebounding advantage to them, which should have been much, much more with the height they had. But then several times, I mean, we just took the rebounds away after they had pulled them down and said, "I'll take that, thank you very much." So certainly a very aggressive play. And again, we touched on the fact that with only 1 sub on the bench, I mean, all you can do is just rotate the 6 girls through, and you're going to get a lot of playing time.
It is tough to stay fresh, and I believe Linda mentioned that during the game, and thought the girls hustled all the way to the final buzzer, and they're going to improve. They just have to keep fighting, and you can't teach height, and that's what we need right now. So that's something that, down the road, maybe next year, we'll get some girls that are a little taller and able to mix in and be better. But these girls will improve as well. 0-5 now for the Warriors as they go into their next game tomorrow afternoon against Wawasee, which probably will be a tough matchup for the Warriors once again. Prairie Heights now goes to 1-2 after losing to 2 Fort Wayne schools, Heritage in their first game, and then they lost to a very tough Fort Wayne Blackhawk team in game number 2. So they are now 1-2 on the season, and it looks like they have some pretty good talent on that basketball team. So we'll be looking for them down the road during the tournaments and so on. Glad you could join us tonight. Want to thank Lyndon Fry for helping us out tonight. And our engineer, of course, Jeremy Anderson and Dan Byler. This is Jerry Hostetler. Good night, everyone.